What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is really cool because we are out here on probably the worst day ever. They are expecting up to 40-mile-an-hour gusts today, so it's going to be very windy, so try to stick with me today. We're starting at an Indiana Canal, and we're going to see if we can get some. Right now I've got a weighted wacky rig on there. It's like kind of a heavy weight because I know worms in the wind don't cooperate, but I know that worms working here really well, so that's what we're going to try. We may go to some moving baits, we may try a few other things, but I'm going to try with what I know first, and if we can't get any luck there, we'll move on. But hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully the wind is not too bad. There's one. First fish, holy smokes. Oh, it was a bluegill. My first fish was a nice little bluegill. Might have been something different like green sunfish or something like that, but first fish was some type of gill. Can't believe I hooked a gill. This is a big worm I got. I'm using a 5-inch Strike King green with some black flake and it's a little Senko. There was another fish there. Kind of working this bait really fast. Part of the reason I have what I do on because that's what I had on last time, and I just want to use what I know is best. I like fishing wacky rig Senkos quite a bit. They typically can pull a nice amount of fish out of here, and a good variety of fish, anything from a half-pounder all the way up to, 5-6 pounders out of here. A bunch of bluegills are just nailing this bait in there. I can't seem to get much else to bite though. There's one. Yep. Alrighty. First one on the old wacky rig Senko, and that's kind of weird to me. This is a super dark fish, by the way. It's a little weird to me because that fish hit it on kind of in the middle of the lake, up shallow. I was thinking they'd be a little bit deeper, and it looked like he came up for it. So I'm not really sure. One's luck, 2 skill, 3's a pattern. That's what I'm gonna go with today. So first one on the old wacky rig Senko. About a pound and a quarter, maybe. Beautiful little 14-inch bass. The wind is just so bad in here. But there's the first fish of the day. We're about 2/3 of the way done with this canal. I'm gonna hit it again, and I might try some other baits, but at least we got one so far. And let's keep on going and see if we can get another one. Initially, I was throwing at that rock that's across the way, but I was bringing it in because I figured it was too deep, and sure enough, he came up from the depths and grabbed hold. Nice little fish, right out in the middle again. I think these fish are way deeper than I thought they were. I'm going to switch over to crankbait in just a few minutes and give that a try. So I'm going to work the wacky rig on the way down and crankbait on the way back. Hopefully these fish are still interested. I mean, I'm moving that bait quite a bit, so I don't think that wacky rig slow technique's really doing all that much good. But that makes number 2. He stole my worm, which is okay because I got a pocket full of them. So I'm using about a 1/4 ounce weighted wacky rig hook, and that's what's helping getting it down there. I could definitely use a heavier one, and I don't think it would do any harm. Today the winds are so heavy. There's one. Second one out of this spot, the 3rd bite I've had here. This is crazy. This is definitely a different fish. This one's almost got a tint like a smallmouth. Another beautiful fish. I mean, they're not monsters by no means, but it's good to get out here, even on such terrible conditions, and be able to rip a few lips. First cast with the crankbait. Switched over from the wacky rig to a little square bill. I think the square bill may be the trick right now. There's just too much going on in here for a wacky rig in this wind. Oh, there's a fish right there on the weed edge. That's unbelievable. I thought I had a weed. First fish on the little bluegill pattern square bill. Boom. First one on the square bill. Oh, there's a fish. Wow. Second one on the square bill, and we've gone 20 yards now, and we've already got 2 on the square bill. Like I was kind of thinking, I figured the square bill may produce better. They obviously wanted moving baits, you could just tell. Let's getting ready to lift this guy straight out of the water. It's kind of done with that cast, and this fish hit it right off the shore. You know, he's got a little bit of line stuck in him. We're going to try to save this guy's. Oh, yeah, it's going to be tough. He's got a hook all the way down there. Say whatever you want, but my personal opinion is I don't fish monofilament because it breaks. It's just plain and simple. It breaks. And when it breaks, you're killing fish left and right, just like this. The hook that he's got in there will eventually rust out, but it's got to be tough to, you know, just live your life with lines sticking out of your stomach. That is disgusting. But I just pulled a wacky rig Senko out of that thing's mouth. Ugh, nasty. I'm just gonna leave that right there. That is so gross. I'm glad he's gonna live, and hopefully he's thankful that I saved his life, but I thought he was hooked by a worm. That's the second fish this year, second fish, which is hard to believe, that I've saved because it's choked on a hook or a Senko or something. The last one had just the Senko. This one had the whole shebang. That one's probably recent. The hook was not rusted at all, so it's probably been within the last week. So hopefully he survives. And let's get back to square bill. And the wind's calmed down just a touch. I don't want to jinx it, but it's down just a little bit. We've only gone 20 yards or so now, and we've got 2. So I'm hopeful that we can get at least 1 or 2 more before we get to the end of this canal. So stay tuned. I think it's going to be good. There it is. I seen that a few times ago. I mean, he went for it, but he never was able to take it all the way. Another 10 yards down the canal, and we got one more beautiful largemouth. Replicating the bluegill pattern today because this canal is full of bluegill and bass. So you could use something like a shad too. It'd probably work just as well. They're pretty fired up about this little crankbait, so I think just about any color would work. Wow, he's either been bitten or something up there. Bass can be pretty aggressive. There's also some carp in here. For the most part, it's just bluegill and bass. There's one. I don't even know they're hooked. It's kind of crazy. By the first time they're flipping, they're already on shore just because they're only sitting about 4 feet out from the weed line. Another beautiful largie. That square bill does the trick. I'm trying to remember the name of this square bill. I got it in my mystery tackle box. And I've got a few of them now because I liked them so much. You can probably tell why I like them so much. They obviously catch quite a few bass. They're a good size. They're kind of like a 1.5 size, which is really, really nice. You can throw them on spinning reels, or you can throw it on a bait casting setup. There's one. I think moving baits is 100% the way to go today. I shouldn't have wasted time in the beginning with that wacky rig, but I was really thinking they were going to take it at least a little bit. A largemouth, little ditch pick. There's one. Ah, missed him. The only reason this bait's working today is because of some recent rains and some wind we've had. The weeds in here are typically pretty awful and make it very hard to swim anything through. Whenever it rains, these weeds subside almost substantially to the point where they're almost gone. But in the heart of summer, you cannot cast anything in here except weedless. There's one. Yep. What's awesome is these fish are a little bit bigger than I think typical size with a worm. Might have to start throwing this more often. That's a pretty cool mallard in the background. This fish is a little pale. It's kind of weird how every fish in here kind of has its own unique pattern. Very nice bass. A little over a pound, I'd say. Right off the shore. Just getting ready to lift it out of the water, and he hit it. I think we're going to end the day with this guy. Beautiful little largemouth, just a few more feet to go. Every time I'm working and I'm trying to jerk it just a little bit, kind of give it a little more action than just straight reeling. Just a couple extra tips for you guys when you're working a little square bill. Last one of today's little fishing adventure. Canal fishing was a major success today. Started off a little slow with the wacky rig, but we got into them with this little square bill. Thank God for Mystery Tackle Box knowing what to send and when to send it. I want to say thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. A lot of fun out here to make. Square bill was 100% the key today. Make sure you check out Mystery Tackle Box. Get you some lures just like this. They know what to send, and this square bill was money today. So thanks for watching, guys. Sorry about the wind noise. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.